Yo, what's up guys? It's Petrikov here. I thought I was just gonna make a quick little video explaining to you guys how the new radar system works. It may seem very advanced and hard to learn, but once you just get the basics of it and get run through it, it is pretty easy to operate. So, you need to be in an LEO vehicle to open the radar, obviously, and then you open up the M menu by pressing M. You want to go to LEO toolbox, actions, me actions, and then radar. Here we're gonna get the remote. You can see that it's quite big on my screen. You can go to UI settings down here, and you can change the scale of the the plate reader, the remote, which is this thing, and the radar, the actual radar unit scale. So I'm just gonna have everything quite big so it's easier to see what I'm doing. To start off, you want to press toggle display. The radar unit is then going to pop up here. You can drag this around wherever you want. And then you want to press plate reader here, and then toggle display, and you're going to get this thing, which is the plate reader. You can also drag this thing around. So, to get started, you want to press the green power button on the actual radar unit. It's then going to power on. Then you want to press XMIT hold on front antenna. That's going to turn on the front antenna and it's going to start transmitting. And you want to do the same thing for the rear antenna, which is going to turn the rear antenna on and it's going to start transmitting. Then you have configuration, both for front antenna and rear antenna. You can choose opposite lane or same lane. I usually go with same lane for front antenna, so it's going to read the speed of the car in front of me, and opposite on the rear antenna, so it's going to read the speed of the cars passing by in the opposite lane. And then to start setting everything up, you want to press menu here. The first thing that I'm gonna get up here is the fast speed display. This can be on or off. You're going to be able to change the settings by using the front antenna XMIT hold and the rear antenna XMIT hold, the two with the arrows on. You can see I can turn it on and off by doing that. So I don't fully understand this, but from my understanding, when it's on, it's going to read the fastest speed, and when it's off, it's going to read the strongest signal. So that's going to be the one that's closest to you. So if you're running radar, you would probably want this on. Next, it is same lane sensitivity. This is a setting where you can change the range that it's going to actually be able to read. The default is 3, and you can change it on a scale from 1 to 5, where 5 is the strongest and 1 is the shortest range. If you press menu once again, you're gonna get the opposite lane sensitivity. Same here, scale from 1 to 5, default is 3. If you press menu again, you're gonna get the beep volume. This is also a scale from 1 to 5, but you can also turn it off. This just changes the volume of the beep you can hear. Next is the voice annunciator volume. It's the same here, scale from 1 to 5, you can also turn it off. Default is 3. And then you have the plate reader volume, same as all the other volumes, scale from 1 to 5, you can turn it off. Default is 3. Then you have the units, so you can change between imperial and metric units. When it says USA here, that's going to be imperial, and when it says INT, it's going to be metric units. You would obviously want this on imperial units. At the time of the recording, I don't actually have the speed lock menus in here. Spaceman is going to enable them as soon as he gets a chance to. But if you guys go ahead and press menu now, you're most likely going to see FASLOC, which is going to be your fast limit locking, which you can turn on and you can turn off. And when it's on, you're going to be able to set a limit. If it reads a speed that goes faster than the limit, it's going to automatically lock that speed. And then if you press menu again, you're gonna get where it says FAS SPD, and then you can change the speed of that limit. That's going to be between 5 and 200, and the default is 60. To exit out of the configuration or the menus, you can press any of these 4 buttons right here, and we are now set up. So let's go ahead and pull up behind that car right there. If it doesn't read when you're on the side of the road, you might just have to turn up your sensitivity. But you can see I'm getting a speed right here, 60 miles per hour. That seems to be about right. And you can see on the rear antenna, that's the bottom one, that it reads the speeds of the cars going past here. It was actually reading that truck right there, so now we're getting 60. Let's say that this guy is going 80 and a bit over the speed limit. You can press 8 on your numpad to lock the speed. You can press 5 on the numpad to lock the rear speed. So when this guy passes by right here, you can lock his speed right there. Let's say I was to pull someone over. Let's just take this car right here. I'm then gonna get his plate, and in case he wants to take off, it would be really nice for us to actually have that plate. Come on, go ahead and pull over there. So then you want to press 9 on the numpad, and you can then lock the plate number. So now if he takes off, yeah, go on. You can see it's not going to change when I'm behind this guy. When I press it again, it changes. You can also press 6 on the numpad to lock the rear plate reader. Yeah, that's basically it for the radar. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or to Spaceman. And hopefully you now know how to operate our new radar.